Edwin Diaz surveyed the scene in Friday night's ninth inning and realized he had been here before. Bases loaded, nobody out, game on the line. I knew I had two choices, win the game or lose the game, Diaz said after the Mets beat the Reds 5-4 at Great American Ballpark. I made the right choice, win the game. All it took was a new pair of spikes which he changed into on the field with one out in the inning and the bases loaded for Diaz to finish the job, holding the Mets' one-run lead. He struck out Elly De La Cruz before racing to cover first base for the final out on Gavin Lux's slow grounder to Luis Angel Acuna. The Houdini act started a batter ahead of De La Cruz with a strikeout of Noel V. Marte. Until he walked T.J. Friedl to load the bases, Diaz said he was slipping on the mound. What he didn't realize was the front spike was missing on his left shoe. The new pair of spikes helped cure his allergic reaction to the strike zone. Diaz walked two batters in the inning and got the Mets a victory to begin this key series that holds NL wildcard race implications. After I changed it, I started feeling better, Diaz said. The Reds, desperate for wins to stay afloat in their pursuit of the NL's third wild card, fell 6 games behind the Mets in that race. The Giants, sandwiched in between the two teams, trail the Mets by 4 games. The Mets got a strong bullpen performance overall, as Ryan Stanek, Brooks Raley, Tyler Rogers, and Diaz combined for 3 superscript 2-3 scoreless innings behind a mediocre David Peterson start. Stanek, who had been relegated mostly to low-leverage situations after a brutal August, entered with 2 runners on base in the 6th and walked a batter before escaping to preserve the Mets' 5-4 lead. The whole bullpen, but Stanek in particular, I'm proud of him, manager Carlos Mendoza said. We're going to need all of those guys, and today they stepped up big time. Peterson survived 5 superscript 1-3 innings in which he allowed 4 earned runs on 7 hits with 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. It was hardly Peterson's best but a step in the right direction after his clunker against Miami last weekend that ended after 2 innings with 8 runs allowed. The Mets jumped on left-hander Andrew Abbott for 3 runs in the first inning. Mark Vientos brought in the first run with an infield single, and Brandon Nimmo's sacrifice fly, a ball on which center fielder Friedl reached over the fence to steal a home run, gave the Mets a 2-0 lead. Starling Marte's ensuing single extended the lead. The rally started with Francisco Linder's leadoff walk and Juan Soto's single. Soto also stole third base ahead of Vientos' RBI roller. Vientos homered leading off the third to give the Mets a 4-0 lead. It was the first blast of the month for Vientos, who hit 8 in August after delivering just 6 in the season's first 3 months.